This is just a little story. I think if Serene was to talk to you, it's what he would tell you today. Walking on the road to Jerusalem, the time had come to sacrifice again. My two small sons walked beside me on the road. The reason that they came was to watch the lamb. Daddy, Daddy, what will we see there? There's so much that we don't understand. So I told him about Moses and Father Abraham. Then I said, dear children, you watch the land. For there will be so many in Jerusalem today. We must be sure that the lamb doesn't run away. Then I told him again about Moses and Father Abraham. Then I said, dear children, you watch the lamb. When we reached the city, I knew something must be wrong. There were no joyful worshipers, no joyful worship song. I stood there with my children in the midst of angry men. Then I heard the crowd cry out, "Crucify him!" We tried to leave the city, but we could not get away. We were forced to play in that drama, a part that I did not wish to play. Why upon this day were men condemned to die? And why were we standing there where soon they would pass by? I looked and said, even now they come. The first one tried for mercy, but the people, they gave him none. The second one was violent. He was arrogant and loud. I still can hear his angry voice screaming at the crowd. Then someone said, "Hey, there's Jesus." And I scarce believed my eyes. A man so badly beaten, he barely looked alive. Blood poured from his body, from the crown of thorns upon his brow, running down the cross and falling to the ground. I watched him as he struggled, watched him as he fell. The cross came down upon his back. The crowd began to yell. In that moment I felt such agony. In that moment I felt such loss. And then a Roman soldier grabbed my arm and screamed, "You carry his cross!" At first I tried to refuse him. Then his hand reached for his sword. And so I knelt and I took the cross. I took it from my Lord. I placed it on my shoulder and I started down the street. The blood that he'd been shedding, it was running down my cheek. They led us to Golgotha, drove nails into his hands. And yet upon the cross I heard him pray, Father, forgive them. Never have I seen such love in any other eyes. Into thy hands I commit my spirit, he prayed. Then he died. I stood there what seemed like years. I'd lost all sense of time. Then I felt two tiny hands holding tight to mine. My children stood there weeping. And I heard the oldest say, Father, please forgive us. And the lamb, he ran away. Daddy, Daddy, what have we seen here? There's so much that we don't understand. So I took them in my arms, and we turned and faced the cross. And I said, dear children, just watch the Lamb.